FM number 2 and seri.
In this bulletin, drug operation intensified throughout Fiji. FRA adopts new method to fix potholes. And CCTV installation at PRB flats delayed.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
The Fiji police force has intensified its drug operation around the country. This has resulted in the seizure of over $85 million worth of drugs from Kandavu alone. Chief Operations Officer ACP Abdul Khan says a team has been in Kandavu tracking terrains for hours to reach the marijuana farms.
We have now seized more than 1.2 ton of drugs out there, and the drones has been a massive assistance to us in terms of the coverage that we've been doing.
In an effort to prevent the resurfacing of potholes, the Fiji Roads Authority has introduced a new methodology for its contractors. Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says the contractors are now adding stones to their mix of asphalt when covering potholes. He also says contractors have been told to be more efficient as potholes are now a big concern. Moore assured the FRA officials are also making constant rounds to sites where contractors are working.
We're taking clusters and we're repairing them one time with a saw cut method and sealing the surface before we apply the asphalt. It's a kind of mini rehab, and we're also using the stone in place of deep asphalt, because stone capped with the correct thickness of asphalt is more efficient than just putting asphalt in a hole.
The Ministry of Itauke Affairs and the Itauke Affairs Board plans to boost leadership capacity for its officers who hold senior positions during this financial year. Permanent Secretary Meletim Bainimarama says the leadership trainings are already underway and has witnessed the engagement of rokutuis from the 14 provincial offices. Bainimarama says most training sessions are held in Nandawe Tailevu, and the ministry has been partnering with various institutions. He adds the ministry is optimistic that all targets set out this year can be achieved through good leadership.
We believe that all these programs can only function if there is good leadership at the helm, not only at the ministry level, but at the provincial level.
Delay in the installation of CCTV cameras at the public rental board estates in Nandera and Mead Road, Suva. PRB Acting General Manager Patrick Veu says the contractor is carrying out cable works at the flats while awaiting the new cameras to arrive.
Our tenants are quite careful with what they do in the estate because we will have a fair view of what is happening in terms of loitering during odd hours, the maintenance of our units.
We had a discussion to say that what we will do, we will have a live feeds of those cameras in our command centers. It has not started, but we are trying to do it from Southern Division Command Center.
Nambua resident Chone Vakarisi, who is accused of assaulting his wife, has been further remanded by the High Court in Suva. Vakarisi is charged with 3 counts of assault, causing actual bodily harm, and a count each of act with intent to cause grievous harm, breach of bail conditions, and breach of suspended sentence. The complainant in the matter is his 28-year-old wife. Prosecution has informed the court that the state would be seeking time to go through proposed agreed facts of the case. Vakarisi's lawyer was not present, but Vakarisi made it clear in court that he would not be agreeing to any of the proposed facts. The matter has been adjourned to the 20th of this month. President of the Fiji Pig Association, Simon Cole, has expressed concern that 2 of the country's three major pork producers are reducing output by 40%. Cole says this is a significant blow caused by the pandemic, killing off 60% of the market for pork sales. He adds an additional threat is the import of pork from Australia, which he says benefits only the Australian pig industry. According to the association, Australian pork sells at around $8.40, while local pork costs between $8 and $9 per kilo. $8 million worth of remittances was received via Vodafone's M-Paisa platform last month alone. Acting Chief Executive Ronald Prasad says this is a huge increase compared to the remittances received in previous months. Prasad says these remittances are mostly from Fijians working or playing overseas who are sending money to their loved ones. Since its inception in 2010, M-Paisa now has 550,000 active users, and people from 94 countries can now send money through the mobile app.
In the last about 4 months or so, it has grown from 2 million a month to around 8 million a month, and we anticipate that that is going to continue to grow.
Swathes of Lebanon's capital city, Beirut, are damaged, and the death toll is still climbing after a huge blast at Beirut's port yesterday. Initial investigations point to years of inaction and negligence. Up ahead, Nadrunga women have big shoes to fill, and Reo anticipates tough clash against Lautoka.
Bulletin FM number 2 NSR.
Bulletin FM number 2 NSR.
The Nadrunga women's rugby team have big shoes to fill as they prepare to face defending Skipper Cup champions Tailevu on Saturday. Nadrunga lost its first game against Suva but managed to secure victory in the second round against Namosi last week. Out for another win, head coach Paula Karatu says this week they're focused on ensuring they play a clean game to avoid any penalties.
Those are a few big areas that we've been working on those past few weeks, especially on tackles, since they've brought up the new rule for women up to the chest, you're given a yellow card. So those are a few areas that I've been working really hard on them.
The Nandi football side is geared up for the Punja's Battle of the Giants tournament, which kicks off at Lautoka's Churchill Park tomorrow. Last night, the side had their jersey presentation at the Korobuta College, hoping to end their 24 years of BOG title drought. The Jet Setters have one more day to prepare before they open the 2020 BOG tournament tomorrow. However, Nandi knows the tournament will be tough.
And no team coming to the what you call championship or BOG championship is a walkover. They all come prepared because they know it's a tournament, and everybody wants to show that they are the best team because of the crowd and the fans.
Nandi plays Nabua in the opening match at 12 p.m. and you can catch the live commentary on Mirchi FM. At 2 p.m, Lambasa meets Suva, and this match will be aired live and exclusive on FBC TV. The third match on Friday will see Mba battling Nasinu at 4 p.m, and at 6:30 p.m, Lautoka hosts Rewa, and you can catch the radio commentary on Mirchi FM. Hyperchem Lautoka's home ground advantage is one of the main worries for the Delta One Automotive Repairs Rewa football side. Rewa will play Lautoka in their opening match of the Punja's Battle of the Giants tournament tomorrow. The two last met in round 9 of the Vodafone Premier League, where Rewa defeated Lautoka 1-0. The Delta Tigers have won the BOG title 8 times, while Lautoka only twice. Despite having won more BOG titles, Rewa head coach Marika Rondu says the Blues will have the advantage this year.
We're looking at a very tough Lautoka team. They will be changed team because they will be playing in front of their home crowd. So It's tougher to adjust into the environment. We've prepared well and looking forward to the first game on Friday.
9 other sports have been given the green light to hold competitions. These include the Fiji National Rugby League, Fiji Chess, Judo, Shooting, Billiards and Snooker, Special Olympics, Motorsport, Touch Rugby and Hockey. They received the Safe Sports accreditation by the government through the Fiji National Sports Commission. The commission is now awaiting officials from handball, powerlifting and bodybuilding to submit their return to play protocols. Chair Peter Maisie warns if the 3 sports fail to submit their applications, they will not be allowed to hold any competitions. Mostly cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Fine weather elsewhere. Expect much of the similar conditions tomorrow. And that's your FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. In times of crisis, you need news you can trust. Get the facts from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital news, fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Have a good day.
Bula, I'm Miri, I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.